The biggest entertaining holiday of the year is upon us. It's Thanksgiving, and whether it's your first time hosting, or you're doing Friendsgiving, or you've done so many Thanksgivings you can't count, I have a table setting that is sure to make all of your guests really excited and get you a lot of love on the gram. This table got started with this centerpiece, and I wanted to use this copper beverage tub that I've had for a long time. It was actually a wedding gift. So look around your own house and see if there's something that's really cool and in a fall color palette that might make a great centerpiece. I started with that and I went to the craft store and I got a couple supplies. I got some foam that's really great to work with silks, and I got a bunch of different silk flowers and cotton and things like that that are really great for fall decorating, but aren't the really bright orange and the really bright red and a little bit like too much color. I wanted it to be a little bit more simple. So I just picked all those different pieces up. So I started by cutting the foam in half so that it would fit inside the vessel. So if you find something at home that isn't necessarily something you would always use, I've even used like ice buckets and things like that, you can really get creative with vessels. So once I found my vessel, got some foam in it, I actually used a harder foam that is meant more for silk flowers versus a foam that you would add water to. A lot of the flowers that I bought were bushels, so I cut pieces off of them so that I could spread them out throughout the arrangement. And I started with the yellow because that was the brightest color, and then I went to some of the more neutral colors, and you just want to spread things out, fill other things in, create a little balance. I bent them at the edges so they would cascade around the sides just a little bit. I also got some really great cotton, which just gives a nice pop of white. I know cotton's been around for a while in arrangements and fall decor, but I just think it's so cool, so I had to use it. I also got these faux gourds because, true story, I've had nightmares with gourds because if they get one little bruise, you can end up attracting bugs, which happened to me one year. So I am just not a fan of a whole bunch of gourds in places that I'm not paying attention to because I don't want any surprises. So for these gourds, what I did is I just cut a little hole in the bottom with actually one of the sticks from the bushels, and then I hot glued it. And then I have sort of a gourd stick that I can place anywhere that I want to give it that fall feeling. I finished with the little leaves that actually came on the bushels just to fill in some of the corners and cracks so that you wouldn't see the foam underneath. Once the arrangement was done, it was time to set the table. And this table setting is really straightforward. I'm actually using this linen tablecloth that I found at IKEA. It was super affordable. And a tip is if you have a tablecloth that's too long, this one's actually for my outside table, you can just fold it in half and then lay it across and you're good to go. No one's gonna notice, trust me. Next, I put the arrangement right in the center so I could build all the plates around it. To start with the actual place setting, I'm using gold chargers. These are actually plastic chargers and I love them because they're really affordable and you can get them in a lot of different colors and they don't take up a lot of space. From there, I'm gonna use my everyday white dishes. I don't know about you, but I don't have a lot of room for a bunch of different themed plates, so white is the best thing if you just wanna have something that works with everything. But to dress it up and make it look not so basic, I'm putting my napkin really long to sort of give a nice pop of color and texture, really tie the table together. After that, I'm gonna add the salad plate, and then to dress that up, I'm using these really cool sort of decal / place cards from Hester & Cook. That is a really great tip if you have white plates like I do and you want to make them look seasonal. You could use it as a place card, you could use it just to jazz up your table, and the best part is you could just recycle them, one less thing to store. I absolutely love that. And then just because I couldn't help it, I had to put my lion head soup bowls, which I absolutely love because they have this little gold top on them. I remember begging Matt to let me buy them because they were just so cool. And then to sort of finish it off, I'm doing a soup bowl. And I haven't quite come up with my whole menu yet, but I just couldn't resist it because this bowl is gorgeous with the gold top, ties the whole gold story together. There you go. From there, I'm gonna add the water glass, the wine glass, and then our cutlery. And then I also added these brass chickens to the sides of the arrangement. I just had them sitting on a bookshelf and they just gave it a nice little pop. I just love how this came together. I think it feels a little bit more modern and fresh. I was just getting a little burnt out on all the oranges. So I hope you guys like this table. When you're setting your own table for Thanksgiving, I highly recommend for you to do it the night before. It just makes it a lot more relaxing. Put some jazz music on, have a glass of wine, and you can leisurely put it all together. You're gonna sleep a lot easier knowing that it is one thing off your Thanksgiving checklist. If you have any questions about Thanksgiving, please let me know in the comments section. You can also head over to the website, theodoreleaf.com, for lots more information on Thanksgiving and links to all these great products. All right, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Happy Thanksgiving!